Hey guys, so today I'm here with a review of the Mophie Juice Pack Boost. Now this is an external battery for your iPhone or your iPod, and I'm going to go ahead and just go through some of the pros and cons because there are a lot of good things with it, but there are also some pretty bad things with it. So to begin with, let's just take a look at the design. Now it's a pretty small device. Go ahead and just slide across here. You'll see it's not too big. You know, it's fairly thin, fairly lightweight, easily able to go ahead and slide into your pocket. If you can see here, there's actually a ring of soft touch plastic, or maybe rubber, whatever, but soft touch material all the way around. There's this, this kind of silver plastic. It's kind of a little cheap feeling, but it's not terrible. Now you do have a few different things here up front, which I'll show you guys that in a minute. That's how to go ahead and open up the 30-pin dot connector, and you can go ahead and close it back up. On the bottom here, you do have a little ring where you can put it on your keys, perhaps. Although I really can't see why you would ever do that. But I suppose this is makes it a little bit easier if you want to carry it. But again, you do want to be careful because this is not built the best, which I will get into in just a second. So flipping around on this side, you'll see it does have a micro USB port. This is solely used for charging the battery itself. It does come with a USB cable, and it charges. So right here, you actually see, if we go ahead and click it, this shows the battery indicator. Now basically what this means is how full the battery is. There are 4 different LEDs, and as you're charging and everything, it will go ahead and they will flash, showing you just how bright, and I mean not how bright, but how charged the battery is. I'll go ahead and just show you guys the top here. You'll see that this is a 30-pin dot connector. But there's also a little LED light here. So if we go ahead and hold this button for just a moment, you'll see that we do have the, well, it's a pretty decent flashlight. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it's not amazing or anything, but it's certainly good enough to go ahead and, find your way around, or if you need a real quick little flashlight. Now, while we're here, let me go ahead and just show you one thing that I don't really like, which is pretty much the build quality in general. I'm not so sure how well you can hear, but it's fairly hollow. I mean, it's lightweight, but it does not feel, very well constructed. I mean, there's a little bit of give when I press on it, and it just doesn't feel great. And in addition, when I go ahead and see, I'm not so sure how well you guys can see this, but when you go ahead and pull this in, it just does not have the best action. Coming out, it's not too bad, but I mean, I just really don't like the way that action works. But it hasn't broke yet. That's kind of a bit of a deal breaker, to be honest, though, just because, I mean, it really feels like it's grinding, and it feels like it won't be able to take too many of more of those before it does break. So that is definitely a pretty big downside. However, there are some good things I do want to go ahead and talk about. So as far as the battery itself goes, it's actually really quite good. So connecting it to my iPod Touch here, I'll go ahead and just pull it into the shot. Connecting it to my iPod Touch just gave me absolutely very, very, very fast charge times. Really, to be honest, like I had my battery about down to 15%. I plugged this in about 30 minutes later. It was up to about 80%. So extremely fast charging, a lot faster than what you probably will find in if you just hook it up to your computer. So it's definitely a really cool thing. Another thing I do like is the portability of it. It's pretty lightweight. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't feel like it could take a whole lot of abuse, but it absolutely is really nice to go ahead and just have in your pocket. And when you run out of battery during the day, plug it in for a few minutes and you're good to go. Now there are actually 2 versions of this. This one is the one with the 1500 milliamp hour battery. You also get one with a 1000 milliamp hour battery. The 1500 is good for about, well, it's going to depend on what iPod or iPhone you have. With my iPod Touch 4th generation, it pretty much about matches the battery, as close as I can tell. Like when I run it all the way down, charge it fully up, then it's pretty much this is going to be out of battery. For an iPhone, you probably will get around 80% charge, which is not too bad. However, with the 1000 milliamp hour battery, you're probably going to do quite a bit less than that. So overall, I think this is pretty cool. Now, it is $60. And yeah, that's just a little expensive for me, just based on the build quality alone. Now, I mean, if this works just like if it works really well as far as the build quality and the dot connector, I mean, ow, see, you guys heard that. That sounded terrible. If it wasn't like that, I would absolutely have no problems recommending it, even at the $60 price point. However, as it is, I really just can't. It's okay product. It works. As far as the charging time and the amount of battery, it works great. However, I mean, even a little flashlight, that's just not enough to go ahead and deal with the pretty poor build quality. However, I do want to go ahead and thank Mophie for going ahead and giving this to me for review. And yeah, you guys can go ahead, if you are interested in more information, check them out in the description of this video. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.